Ever get that feeling when you're watching a movie and a character says a line that's from another, older film? You smile. You're in on the secret. That connection is part of a giant, invisible web called intertextuality. It's the idea that no story is an island. They are all linked. When you read about a wicked stepmother, your brain automatically pulls up every fairy tale you've ever heard to help you understand that character. That's intertextuality at work. The most common tool for this is the allusion. An allusion is a quick, indirect reference to something famous, and the author doesn't stop to explain it. They trust you to get it. When we say someone has an Achilles heel, we're alluding to Greek myth to describe a hidden weakness. Calling someone a Romeo is a literary allusion that instantly suggests they're a romantic. It's a powerful shortcut. Instead of pages of description, one word does the trick. These can be historical, like calling a final defeat someone's Waterloo, or biblical, like calling a kind stranger a Good Samaritan. This web also includes adaptations and retellings. An adaptation might take a book to the screen, while a retelling keeps the core story but changes the setting. Think of how many modern movies are secretly Shakespeare plays. And then there's parody, which imitates a style for laughs. To get the joke, you have to know the original. Why does this matter? Spotting an allusion feels like a reward. It makes you feel part of a community of readers and viewers who are in the know. It adds depth, making a modern hero's struggle feel ancient and epic, like an echo of Hercules. So next time you watch a film or listen to a song, put on your detective hat. Look for the clues, the references, the echoes of other stories. You'll find they are everywhere, waiting to be discovered.